We'll always be bosom buddies, friends, sisters, and pals. We'll always be bosom buddies. If life should reject you, there's me to protect you.
If I say that your tongue is vicious,
if I call you uncouth,
it's simply that.
Who else but a bosom buddy will sit down and tell you the truth?
Well, hello. Oh, we're smoking.
Yes, we're smoking. That's a good way to social distance these days.
Okay, it's fine with me.
Yeah, because I'm not at your house.
Exactly.
That's okay. The wig wizard would forgive me.
He would. He definitely would.
Alrighty then. Well,
oh my.
We are a week before Halloween, everybody.
And
as you already know, I am the naughty Alexis Flame.
Yes.
And my co-hostess and partner in crime is the ever so nice Tony Homeperm. However, because of our guest star this evening, I think Tony might actually be a little naughty.
I'm gonna have to be a little bit because our guest, he's too nice. He's just too nice.
Oh, he really is. He's a very dear friend of both of ours.
Yes.
Oh, and just so you all know, we're back to our old hijinks. He is one of my many sons.
That's right.
Tony, do you notice as it gets closer to Halloween, I start to look younger?
I know. How do you do that? Are you know?
I actually found a supply of virgins without robbing a maternity ward.
In Queens?
Who knew?
Who knew? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oh well.
There's like, I don't know if it's a temple or a shul, but it's down at the end of my road. All those nice young Jewish boys.
A nice young Jewish boy, which is very apropos. And for our guest tonight, a nice young Jewish boy.
Then they wander into my crypt. It's a shonda, I tell you.
Unfortunately, I wasn't there to yell, "It's a trap! It's a trap!"
By that time, my dear, they were already caught in the tractor beam.
We didn't even toast. You already started. You have your Pinot. What do you have? Pinot Noir.
Drinking Pinot Grigio.
Pinot Grigio, and I have White Zinfandel, the favorite wine of girls.
Girly girls. See, Tony's a good girl. I'm what back in the day was called a fast girl. But I do declare, Ms. Homeperm,
yes,
a whole lot of cleavage you're showing for a good girl.
I'm a good girl, really. I'm not really not bad. I'm just painted that way.
Yeah, thank you, Jessica Rabbit. Anyway, that being lipped.
Oh my.
So tonight, as I was saying, I can't get my back to stay straight.
Well, why should anything on you be straight?
Do it, Tony. You know you want to. You know you want to say it, you bitch.
Why should anything on you be straight?
Well, I get my rock straight. That's not true either, what you think.
I'm sure if they are straight, once they're on you, they will no longer be straight.
Well, trust me, the guys that gave them to me aren't, at least not anymore.
Oh, see, there you go.
Oh, my boobies jiggle when I laugh.
Well, they're supposed to.
Oh, are they?
Yes, that's a good thing.
Yes. So, about tonight's show.
Yes.
And tonight, our guest star is acclaimed, our special guest is acclaimed author and photographer, Lester Blum. Now, Lester has been on Talking Tony.
Actually, no, he was on that other show.
Oh, we don't mention that.
Which we will not mention. But he was on another show with me.
That was so long ago.
Yes, ages.
However, Lester has guested with Tony Holmperm in the past.
Yes.
Discussing his children's book, which is fabulous and loaded with lovely artwork. It's called Beyond the Swirl. And as the holidays are upon us, we will all be eating Halloween candy as we do our.
Oh no, not me! No, I can't, please.
Oh, you will. I'm going to send you some. I'm going to send you that 4-pound jar of Reese's peanut butter topping that's on my floor. Then I'll get that. Then I'll get these phone calls in the middle of the night. Alexis Flame, you old hag. But at least I don't look old.
That's right.
not until after the broadcast. There's a whole lot of masking tape under this wig.
Oh, the tape.
Duct tape.
Oh, the tape. I should take out stock. Buy stock and tape.
Please, all this whalebone, horsehair, and foam rubber. Tony and I don't know if we're fabulous divas or 3-piece sectionals at Raymore and Flanagan's warehouse.
I don't know. I don't know.
Back to our guest star.
Our guest star.
Lester Blum is the author of the acclaimed children's book, Beyond the Swirl. And as the holidays approach us, we will be asking Lester how we could order it. However, tonight we're going to discuss his current novel, which is entitled Through the Eyes of a PFC. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lester Blum.
Thank you, Alexis, Tony, and I have a Pinot Noir.
Oh,
Pinot Noir.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, to the ladies, the cocktail.
Thank you for having me on Naughty or Nice.
Oh, thank you for joining us tonight.
Glad to have you here. And like Tony and myself.
I like being had, yeah. I'm the nice one.
Nice. You're supposed to be nice.
Oh, now you're frozen. I have to keep talking because I can't hear what you're saying.
More difficult.
So, anyway, it's not a novel. Through the Eyes of a PFC is actually a memoir.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and it's based on my father's years in the military, 1942 to 1945. So it's a very true story. There's no fiction in it. A lot of research, to get the information in here.
Now, Lester, to my knowledge, PFC is private first class. But weren't you telling me over the phone just the other evening that your father had a different definition for PFC?
Well, since he was a private and then they promoted him to PFC, he decided that it was not a private first class. He was a personal friend of the colonel.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Friend of the colonel.
Yeah. So I don't know which colonel. But
hopefully not Colonel Sanders.
Anyway.
Colonel Sanders.
Get a bucket of chicken.
Chicken, Tony, Chicken Hawks.
I didn't hear that.
Junior Achievement Award.
So yeah, the book is really very interesting because it's you think about a military book, you think war, battles. Well, the wars and the battles are mentioned in the book, but it's really, I think a good analogy would be if war was a stage play, the battles would be center stage. My book, Through the Eyes of a PFC, is really what's going on backstage. So it's telling things that people are questioning. What did they eat? You've all heard about K rations. What were K rations? how did they bathe? What really was a GI bath? Do you know what a GI bath was?
No,
Oh, of course I'll tell you.
please.
One cup of purified water, poured it into the helmet. So they first, well, I probably got the order mixed up, but brush their teeth, shave, wash their armpits, do their crotch. That would play hell with the divas, I tell you.
Oh,
And
no.
that was a GI bath.
Oh, my.
Alrighty then.
Oh,
So we talk about all of this, but we
Oh,
also
boy.
talk about, discrimination.
Today we call that a bird bath.
Yeah, it's almost like a bird bath. Yeah, right. You picture it in the helmet.
I wouldn't know about such things.
The book is loaded with photographs because that was the stimulus for the book. My father had given me like hundreds of negatives of pictures during the war that he had taken, and he had taken them all with a camera that he bought when he arrived in Naples in 1943.
Oh my!
This is an Italian camera that was made between 1940 and 1945. This particular model, so we know when he says he bought it in 43, it's accurate. It's called the Smile camera, and you can see why.
Oh, yeah, it looks like a smiling face.
Kodak actually made a version of this later on, and that became one of their box cameras. But he had hundreds of negatives, and going through the negatives, I decided, something should be done with them. And that's when I decided to put together the book. So a lot of the things that I discuss in the book pertain to what's going on in the pictures. This is a picture that has like the souvenirs. Because when they were on leave, they would buy up all these things thinking, oh, these are these wonderful treasures. They thought everything was so valuable. The paintings, they belonged in the Louvre, the statues, Michelangelo. So we have a bunch of the treasures that we saved. That's a picture of my father on the other side there. Here's some of the, kitchen pictures that you can see. So the photographs were very instrumental in
Lester,
the direction the book went.
Could you move the photographs closer to the camera?
Oh, sure. Here, we'll do this one.
You really can't see the photos.
Whoops. Can you see it?
Now we
Yes.
can. Okay.
Yes.
There we go. That's
And
my father at Camp Shelby in Mississippi.
Okay.
Let's see. Here's another one. Oh, here.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Okay.
All right. This was a souvenir photo that he took to send back to my mother in Hollywood.
Looking man.
Yes, very
Oh,
handsome.
thank you. They say I resemble him.
You do.
Oh, well, thank you. These are like souvenir postcards he sent from Palm Springs and Hollywood. Let's see. There's some. Okay, here we go. There's the camera. And then here's pictures of them running around in Naples.
Okay.
Let's see. Something interesting. I'm looking for something really interesting for you here.
We love
GI bath.
Roxanne Aurora said that she said you look just like your father, Lester.
Here's an interesting.
Oh, the K rations.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then here's one that's interesting. There's Papa with a rabbit.
Oh, no.
Pretty large.
No. No. I can't look at that. I can't look at that. No.
Tony isn't used to real sacrifice like
No.
The rabbit is very significant because with the rations they didn't have
they basically had to hunt their food in a lot of situations.
Well, if they wanted something fresh, yeah.
Right.
Which was like an interesting concept for my father because he had kept kosher. But during in the service, he was eating things like for breakfast. The K rations were ham and eggs mix. You either ate it or you starved.
There you
Well,
go.
according to Jewish law, anything is all the rules are out if health is involved. So obviously, to eat is health. So they ate, and then when he got out of the service, he went back to keeping kosher. So it's interesting. This is he saved all these cartoons from the Stars and Stripes.
Oh, wow.
These were done by a man named Bill Malden, who was very famous as a wartime, correspondent. But his work was published in about 60 newspapers in the United States and in the Stars and Stripes. He did it for the Stars and Stripes, but it basically gave the feeling to America of what the life of the soldiers were. And that's sort of what I was trying to accomplish with the book, is to give the idea. But all was not, horrible. They did get to see things,
Oh, the Leaning Tower.
Pisa.
The Leaning
So he
Tower.
saw the Tower of Pisa. He was involved in the three major campaigns in Italy. So one of them, of course, was the taking of Rome. The other was the mountain area. And then they went up as far as almost the Brenner Pass, which was the border between Italy and Austria. So there's a lot of information in a short little book that I think people are finding very interesting from a lot of different aspects. I talk at one point about segregation, because the military was definitely segregated at the point in time.
Oh, indeed it was.
Yeah, they had in the Army, they had only 2 units of African-American men that were in combat. One was the 91st Division, which ended up in the South Pacific, and the other was the 92nd, which ended up parallel to my father's division in Italy. And so they crossed over at one particular point, in the war in Italy. But they also trained adjacently in the desert training area in the Mojave Desert near Yuma, Arizona. And that's where I start talking about the segregation, because the USOs were definitely segregated and there was problems in those little towns.
Now, did your father face any drama being Jewish?
Yes, we talk about some anti-Semitism. His take on it was, well, he faced it first when he was in training in Mississippi. And his take on it was basically that most of these people had never met anyone that was Jewish, because they were from, Podunk, USA. They had never seen or met anyone. I mean, when I was growing up in South Texas, people didn't know, you're Jewish? Well, you don't look different. I had one lady that actually touched my head. Yeah, she told my mother later, she was checking for horns because that's what she was brought up to believe.
Yes, it's so.
And yet she was, with that background, she was very much, following, whatever was correct. Like, I would eat dinner at her house all the time, but if she was having ham, she'd send me home. She wouldn't feed me that, But, so he faced that, and his take on it, and he also faced some of it in Italy, not from the soldiers, not from the local Italians. His take on it was basically that they're ignorant people, and that there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah. So, I talk about that in the book also. So there's a lot of aspects of life. And the strange thing is, we're talking 75 years ago, and so much of what I wrote about is still valid today. And that's really not saying much for us as a society.
No, it's not.
But there's other aspects in here that people have written to me that they're relating to, which is interesting. One guy was in Vietnam, and he's saying that a lot of the things that my father went through, they faced also in Vietnam. And then another guy just the other day sent me a note that he said, when you were talking about, the food, the keeping your feet dry, because we talk about trench foot in the book, which was a very important health issue. He said that those were issues that he was facing when he was just trekking through the jungles of Burma on his own. That, the food, water, worrying about keeping your feet dry. So there's a lot. We talk about health. I mentioned about, different health issues, such as the trench foot. Didn't go too much into venereal disease, but
Good.
Oh, thank heavens.
Well, before we move on, Lester, how can we acquire through the eyes of a PFC?
Well, you can either contact me directly at lbphoto18@gmail.com for an autographed copy. Or talk to Tony or yourself, and you guys can get me the information, and I'll contact
we would be more than happy to forward that to you.
The book
Absolutely.
The book is priced at $20. Shipping is $3, so it's $23 in total. A perfect gift for almost anybody, because people from many different walks of life have enjoyed reading it.
And it's history.
It's history, and it's also relevant today, and that's, I think, one of the key factors.
That's very important. Now, also, Lester,
but it's also available. I'm sorry, it's also available online at Amazon.com, Barnes and Noble, booksellers.org, and if we have any international, it's at bookdepository.com, and they ship to 160 countries, and we've already had sales internationally.
Nice.
Australia, England, and Italy.
Oh, that's very.
So
that's very.
Email address again is lbphoto18@gmail.com.
Okay. Now, also, we were going.
I know, but they froze on me again. What was your question, Alexis?
Well, because the holidays are upon us, in addition to this book, Lester Blum is also the author of a very fine children's book called Beyond the Swirl.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. There it is. And it's a beautiful book, too.
It really is. Now, Lester, why don't you give us some background on Beyond the Swirl as well? Because anyone with children, or if you have friends with children, nieces, nephews, godchildren, I highly recommend this book. And the artwork in it, Lester, who was the artist again who did the illustrations?
The work was done by an artist. He's not an illustrator. He's a fine artist, Chai Feng Wong. He's very, let's see if you can see it.
No, I'm aware that he's an artist, but they are illustrated.
There we go.
The book.
This is like one of the illustrations from the book.
Mm-hmm.
That is gorgeous.
We'll show you a couple. That's Kathy hugging the dinosaur.
That's sweet.
And then we have, everything wasn't, peaches and cream in the dinosaur world. So here's the alpha being challenged.
That looks like my mother telling me I'm grounded.
And that's you. I can tell. This is you. But the
I see you have an assistant.
The book is written basically for 6 to 12-year-olds, but there's been like 4-year-olds that have liked the book. get read 2 pages at a time, but they seem to be relating to the images, and that's the same one I showed you. They seem to be relating to the images, and a lot of the younger children are relating to the relationship between the brother and sister in the book, Alex and Kathy. Alex is the older brother, and he's sort of like a surrogate parent on their adventure in the world of dinosaurs. Kathy is only 5 years old, and so a lot of these younger kids are relating to Kathy, which is I find it very interesting. The book is very educational because the facts about the dinosaurs are as accurate as we knew at the time of publication. They were checked actually by the Museum of Natural History. They reviewed the content of the book. They also reviewed the illustrations so that there would be no overt, errors in presenting something to the public, because I didn't want to show a dinosaur on 4 legs when we know he was bipedal.
Now, Tony, when this pandemic is over, at least calm down, it would be better off for you than me. I tend to frighten small children.
The content of the book, they also reviewed the illustrations so that there would be no... It's a delay.
We've got feedback.
Okay.
I think this would be great if after the pandemic, if you did a drag queen story hour.
Oh, I would love to read the book.
Oh, that would be great. Well, Tony, you have a copy.
Yes, I do.
See,
yeah,
I would do it, but little children tend to fear me because I'm always trying to measure them for my roasting pan.
I know, it's because you're looking at their neck. That's what the problem is. Yeah. I mean, seriously.
You know what they say about witches.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, 2 kids and a little clove.
Because
delicious.
I'm rumored to have a condo made out of gingerbread.
Very nasty. Very
goes
nasty.
to McDonald's, she orders a Happy Meal, and she says, and how many kids are actually in the Happy Meal?
Yeah.
Only you.
How many are there?
Ah, Burmouth.
She doesn't know. She eats them too quickly.
Well, you.
What can I tell you?
Lester, you're supposed to be nice. You're supposed to be the nice one.
Oh, I am the nice one. I am the nice one. She keeps getting frozen, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Likely excuse.
Remember what I told you.
Okay, here's a cute little thing.
Oh, little pterodactyl.
A little pterodactyl. He's a baby pterodactyl. And so he's a baby pterodactyl, and the significance of him was he's 68 years old. And on one of my first trips to the Museum of Natural History, this was my present. And I kept him all these years. So somehow or another, I think he was the stimulation for Beyond the Swirl.
Now, actually...
Oh, by the way. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Lester.
How did you come up with the title, Beyond the Swirl?
Well, what happens basically is the children wander away from their group in the Museum of Natural History, and they wander into the dinosaur area, and something happens. I'm not going to tell you what, but they end up going through a glass case. So when you go through a time warp like that, there's a swirl. So it's beyond the swirl. You like that? And then
to my closet.
Yeah, well, and then from each period of the dinosaurs to the next, the world starts swirling, and that's what takes them. But I won't tell you how the world is swirling, because that you have to read. But what I was going to mention is there's 6 different illustrations that are printed on canvas that are also available. And for the Naughty and Nice show viewers, if anyone is interested, they would be on special for $75 each.
And that can be purchased through La Vie Galleries.
That is correct. And the book can be purchased through La Vie Gallery, or once again, through you, Tony, myself, or Amazon.com. So it is on Amazon.
Because for those who don't know, another one of my handsome sons is actually responsible for La Vie Galleries and will be a future guest. And we'll get into all of that on, I believe, November 12th. Yes,
yes. Yes.
Yes.
Just to give everyone a preview, though, and to is it called a titillation? Okay.
Tip, did you say?
Yeah, titillation. Several years ago, we did.
You have a lot of glare on the book.
Is it glaring now?
No. Hold it from the angle. Perfect.
Good. We did several years ago. We did a project called "I Still Remember," which is a remembrance about the AIDS pandemic era. I'm not going to talk too much because on the 12th we'll talk about it. But Rios has decided to convert this into a short film, which is now in the editing stages. And just for your information, because you're the first to know, and the audience of Naughty and Nice, the
exclusive.
It's an exclusive. The film will have a premiere on World's AIDS Day, December 1st.
Oh, nice.
It'll be a virtual presentation with two definitely confirmed centers throughout the United States are going to be presenting it as their program. And a third one is talking to me currently about presenting it. And we have some others that we want to present. So if anyone in the audience has a group that wants to do a program for World's AIDS Day and present the film, please contact me or Rios or again, Tony or Alexis, and we'll make arrangements to release the film for showing for World's AIDS Day because it's an important story. Oh, and here's a picture I think maybe you guys should like to see. Look in there. Who's working the streets?
Lester.
So that's one of the scenes that is in the film, and it's in the book also. The book is also available.
I heard a rumor that during one of the photo segments, there was a very bossy old drag queen.
Oh yeah. She's no longer bossy. She's mellowed in her old age.
Fake news.
We won't mention a name though.
Fake news.
Thank you, Tony.
Yeah, that's not an exclusive, by the way.
Hold on, Lester, you're frozen. Oh, there you go. You're back with us.
I'm back. Okay.
Yes, that photo that Lester just saw. In case nobody noticed, I'm the redhead in the photo.
Yeah, well, we'll show close-ups on the 12th.
No, but that project was a lot of fun to do. And the reason I brought that up to segue, because upon introducing him, we had also mentioned, or I had also mentioned, that Lester Blum is also an acclaimed photographer.
That's right.
And like his partner in crime, Andre Fabian, I had also mentioned that Lester Blum is also an acclaimed photographer.
That's right. Someone has to turn their
partner in crime, Andre Fabian. His partner in crime, Andre Fabian, they're both acclaimed photographers.
Yes. And a lot of the work can be seen currently online at laviegallery.com. That's LAVIEGALERIE.com. And you can see it online. Currently, the gallery is closed because of COVID, but work is still being shown.
However, as it draws closer to the date, links to La Vie Gallery will be shared not only on my personal Facebook page, but on the Naughty or Nice page as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, are you guys going to be naughty or nice with him?
With
something to think about.
How could we be anything but naughty?
Naughty.
Oh,
We're going
yeah,
to be
and the interesting thing about the film is we're using all the stills from the original project, and then we filmed using the two protagonists, the two lovers. Again, Scott Reynolds is replaying his role as the surviving lover, and Rios is playing the role of the younger lover who became sick. So there's a lot of scenes that incorporate, everything.
Now, just to let you know that this project is very emotional, very insightful, and very well executed. And I look forward to seeing the film version. Now, Lester, before we go, could you tell us once again, not only where to purchase both books, but also how you can be reached on social media?
Well, social media, I can be reached on Facebook under Lester Blum. So send me a friend request. On Twitter, it's Lester_Blum, or the A Lester_Blum. Email lbphoto18@gmail.com. And LinkedIn, it's Lester Blum. So we make it very simple. Just remember the name. It's on screen.
Are we connected on LinkedIn?
Pardon?
Are we connected on LinkedIn?
I don't know.
I'll have to check that out and fix it for
I will too.
You must link. You must link.
Yeah.
Now that we have your how to find you on social media, Lester, if you'd be so kind for our viewers to once again let us know again where we can purchase both Through the Eyes of a PFC and as well as Beyond the Swirl.
They can both be purchased either directly through me, contacting either one of you two, or Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, booksellers.org, which I do recommend because they're representing all the independent bookstores in America. And internationally at bookdepository.com.
And one last question.
The Beyond the Swirl is available at $25 plus the $3 shipping. And Through the Eyes of a PFC is available at $20 plus $3 book rate shipping.
Now, my last question before we let you go, handsome, is Through the Eyes of a PFC, due to its art content, is that also available through La Vie Galleries?
Yes. Yes. Everything would be available every which way.
Excellent.
You're familiar with that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm the nice one. I keep forgetting. Sorry.
Seriously?
Lester!
Lester, this
I'll have a drink.
Is for your tuchus.
Hey, please. Nothing.
Lester, on behalf of Tony and myself, I want to, from the bottom of both of our hearts, or at least that shiny black rock where my heart used to be.
Can we find any hearts underneath these? All this silicone.
Yeah, right? Yeah, but bring it on with your stethoscope, doctor. Lester, I would like to thank you so much for joining us tonight on Naughty or Nice.
Nice. He was the nice one tonight.
Lester, thank you so much. Mwah. Good
Thank
night,
you
man.
both.
Thank you, Lester. We'll
It's
see
a
you.
pleasure talking to you and to your audience. Thank you.
It was
Thank
a pleasure
you.
to have you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, sweetie.
Oh, what an interesting book that seems like.
Oh, it really was. It really was. And Lester is such a sweetheart.
He's so nice, I know.
And it's so rare these days to meet somebody with that type of talent who's that kind.
Yes, so true. He
Because
is.
usually talented people like us are mean and evil and nasty.
Ah,
No, that only goes for me, seriously.
uh,
I'm loving this hair.
oh,
This is like the third time I've worn this hair. And
mhm.
it's different again. Tonight, I almost have like a jet black Marilyn Monroe thing going with it.
Yes, you do.
I'm loving this. The first time I wore it with the Halloween contacts, it was
Mhm,
very Fairuza Balk.
mhm. I can see that.
Yeah, and just like in the craft, we are the weirdos, Miss.
Uh, oh, so, are we almost ready for Halloween? That's a loaded question.
Are we?
I think we are.
Are we almost ready for Halloween? See, I don't know. Halloween is so spooky.
I know. Very spooky. Spooky ooky.
I don't know anything about scary or spooky.
I know you have no clue whatsoever about.
I'm a good church going girl. Just want to make sure the lightning ain't coming down.
I need a refill on this quick.
Yeah. I'm surprised I could say that crap without choking. Yeah, me going to church. Where's Boy George? It was the church of the poison mind.
Well, I imagine you stepping across the threshold, and all of a sudden there's thunder and lightning, and the walls start shaking.
So I'd be like Winifred and Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus, sisters, hallowed grounds, hallowed ground.
Hallowed ground. Oh, but we're gonna be doing a lot for Halloween.
Oh, yes, I am. Okay, guys and ghouls. Yours truly, the horror diva, is going to be quite the busy broomstick jockey.
Yes.
After I drag myself out of my casket, I will actually be Tony Homeperm's special guest
Yes.
on the Halloween episode of Talking Tony.
That's right.
Which means it's going to be a semi-hostile, naughty, just naughty takeover.
Well,
it'll be like an extended naughty or nice.
Except that you're the guest, and I will be asking the questions. The things that people, the questions that people have always wanted to know about Alexis Flame, but maybe we're too afraid to ask.
And they should still be afraid. And they should be even more afraid of the potential answer.
But yes, you will be my guest, my very special guest, on a naughty or nice takeover of Talking Tony. So the first time in recorded history.
Yes, although as memory serves, although one particular instance, that was like a trial show. This will be actually the third year in a row that we spend Halloween together.
Yes, it's true. Very true.
And then after Talking Tony,
and a quick drive for you up the Merrick Parkway.
After Talking Tony and stripping the gears on my broomstick, I will be in Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
However, we will still do Naughty or Nice, although at a later time.
Yes.
Any time between 9:30 and 10 p.m. Tony and I will post it later. Or shall I say, when it comes to the flyer, Tony will edit it.
Tony will edit it.
She's going to kill me. But you can't kill something that's already dead.
True.
I cannot be killed. I can only be destroyed.
Yeah,
No.
but if you pull the steak out, then you can reintegrate.
If you pull the steak out, I'll just come back.
Yes.
The question is, who's brave enough to drive the steak through all this silicone? Will the steak make it through all this silicone?
And who's going to be there at Trevi Lounge?
Well, actually, I've been working with a company called Booty Inc. online booty.net for horror and also many other collectibles. So one of our guest stars will be the very handsome Tom Pepe. And speaking of Toms, we will also have the amazing Tom Cat as the Wicked Witch of the West Side conjures forth the spirit of Beatrice Arthur.
Yes, she will be joining us from beyond.
Beyond the grave and through the veil, Beatrice Arthur, you have mail. Which will basically be the synopsis of the seance. Damn it, I gave it away.
And who's gonna be there at Trevi Lounge?
Well, that's the best part.
The best part.
Our special featured guest. Actually, I'm going to wind up being a guest on my own damn show. In addition to our two great guest stars, we're also going to be featuring, because I am making a special appearance as my son Bryce Adonis presents Halloweenie. Live from the Trevi Lounge.
Live from Trevi Lounge.
Bryce Eden Adonis, along with Calvin Cox.
Another of your sons.
Yes, my nephew, Lusty Latin Logan Starr. He's like a Portuguese Adonis. And the very festive Shane Savage doing the Men of Eden.
The Men of Eden.
Yes, so we're going to bring you some Halloween eye candy.
Yeah, some very nice eye candy.
Yeah, and hopefully we don't both wind up in Facebook jail, Tony.
Please, Facebook jail. Don't imprison us, Facebook jail, please.
Actually, you know what? Just to be safe, maybe I should run the broadcast that night. But I have another profile.
I don't think it'll. That's disposable.
Exactly. I have my overflow page. So yeah, maybe I should run the stream that night because actually the way the algorithm works, they're only going to put the broadcaster in Facebook channel. So maybe I should do it through my disposable page. No, but seriously, it is going to be such a fun Halloween lineup.
Yes.
Myself, of course, the amazing Tony Holmberg. Oh, and on Halloween night.
Yes, Halloween night.
Maybe yours truly will even make a cameo. But on Halloween night, you also have to tune in for the Tony Holmberg Halloween special, where she'll be hosting and showing you clips of some of her kookiest songs and looks. And if anybody, Al Yankovic who, and anybody can do a song parody, it's Tony Holmberg. And she writes the parodies herself.
Well, it's not all parodies. It's not all parodies that night.
Oh, okay, but still. And it'll also be some of her most festive character looks. By the way, Tony, will there also be clips of some of your makeup tutorials?
No, just fun, music stuff. I've actually been working, for about 2 months, recording songs and filming videos. It's enough things that nobody has even seen yet. Although, if you follow me on Facebook and you've seen some of the photos I've posted, that's a little sneak peek of some of the things you're going to see. But there's some things that I've kept completely under wrap. and are a
from
complete.
me. Oh,
Even from you. Yes, even from
although
you.
hopefully she'll even revisit the song she did for my birthday entitled Horror Diva.
The horror diva, yes.
What's that about my needing Boniva girlfriend?
We all need some
Like
Boniva.
I was telling Lester, drag queens never forget.
We all need some Boniva at this rate.
Well, you know what? Too late, Tony. The damage was done, bitch.
Damage is done.
No, but it's just going to be a really fun month between Talking Tony and Naughty or Nice. I mean, Halloween is just going to be a very festive ride. And now to throw my ever so nice co-hostess straight under the bus.
Of course.
Perhaps there'll even be a special Tony home perm version of Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven.
There might.
There was a club that was tired and dreary, and after a whole night in heels, the queens were weak and weary.
Oh.
Oh wait, I'm giving you the opening. That's not fair. I'm not going to get any credit. No, but seriously, and this all segues into the holiday season, and of course, I don't have my list together. Tony, do you have your list available, or do I have to get up off my old carcass?
My list of what? The next guests?
Yes.
We have. Let me pull it up here.
Dates.
We already have the dates. Let's see. So, okay. So next Thursday is a full the October 29th. That's a full night of Alexis Flame and Tony Home Perm, and
it's a pre-Halloween extravaganza.
Pre-Halloween extravaganza, and then of course Halloween night is my Halloween special. Then November 12th is the next Naughty or Nice episode.
That's Andre Fabian.
Andres Fabian.
We'll be discussing his photo and video essay.
Right.
To World AIDS Day.
For World AIDS Day, yes.
Remember.
Yes.
And who's after Andre Fabian?
Well, the next Thursday is our Thanksgiving, so we're gonna do something.
We're still working on that. We're
working on that. We're planning something special.
We're really hoping that it's not a turkey.
Yes. Let's pray it's not a turkey.
Well, even if it is a turkey, between the two of us, Tony, we have enough breasts.
We have enough. Yes. Who wants the white meat?
She got the white meat. I got the dark meat. We're good. Yeah. You know what? We should call the Thanksgiving show "Turkey and Breasts."
Yeah.
And then in December.
December 10th is we're gonna be celebrating my birthday, because my birthday is actually on the 7th, but December 10th is the closest to my birthday. That's my.
However, December 10th is also another noteworthy birthday. That of our guest, who's also Tony's birthday gift that night, my son,
virtually
Calvin Cox, also one of the men of Eden.
And another one of your kids.
And I just said my son.
Do you have the midwife on speed dial at this rate?
No, honey, I forget Tide. I had my tubes vaporized. I'm done having kids, especially sons. Everything from here on out is strictly adoption. But however, there'll be no more sons, maybe nephews, but no more sons. Calvin Cox is the baby.
He's the baby, yes.
And we'll also be coming to you for a special, I believe, Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve special, yes. We're working. We worked on something very special for that, which is in.
Actually, we're working on two special things.
Two special things, yes.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
And Tony, on our parts, it's probably going to require a lot of alcohol. Yeah, because Tony is actually trying to get me to sing live. And come on, you can all hear me out there. I sound like the love child of Harvey Firestein and Darth Vader.
with a touch of Brenda Vaccaro.
Oh, yeah. And Lauren Bacall.
Oh,
And let us not forget Jacqueline Bisset.
Jacqueline Bisset, yes.
And if anyone out there said Camel Joe, go yourself. So I guess. Oh, Tony, what number episode was tonight?
It was number 14.
Wow.
Episode 14.
14 episodes, and we're not in Facebook jail yet.
Not yet.
I'm disappointed.
So I don't know that like that blinding spell you cast on Facebook must still be in effect.
Yeah, well, honey, seriously. No, but like I said, we have a lot of fun things cooked up for you. And we're going to continue to bring you a more, not only fun, but innovative and informative guests. And we're having a lot of fun just bringing this to you for the sake of entertainment, community information, and also, as you know, Tony Holmperm and I believe, if memory serves me correctly, Tony, you're a baroness.
Yes.
And I am now a princess, which is not exactly what you think of when you look at me. I'm more the evil queen. But Tony is a baroness and I am a princess in the Imperial Court of New York, which is a great organization. The Imperial Court of New York is a great charitable organization that stages shows and other events to raise money for other charitable organizations. And we're out there doing a lot of good work for the community, and we have fun doing it. And we like to bring fun back to the community, as well as raising money for great beneficiaries. So in the near future, we should be able
November 8th.
Yes, November
8th.
You're absolutely right. Go ahead.
We'll both be featured in the Imperial Court of New York's Virtually Live 2.
Actually, Tony will be featured. I simply give her intro.
Well, it's because they were focusing on
people
live singing, performers who sing live. So that's one of the reasons why
I don't sing live. I sing undead.
But you get to you introduced my segment. You'll be introducing my segment.
The honor because we were.
I'm the one who's honored.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I know, it's horrible.
No, but I actually have the privilege of introducing my co-hostess, my niece. I'm also not only her auntie, but her drag nanny, and obviously my partner in crime, Long Island's amazing songbird and singing diva, fabulous Tony Holmperm. And let me tell you, this bitch has only been doing professional drag going on 3 years, and I actually see her on my level as a veteran of the drag stage. Her look, her professionalism.
The bunions.
What?
The bunions.
I don't have bunions. Corns are a different story.
The backaches.
Right there with you. Me and my 5 to 7 inch heels. I get the nerve. Because when you see my old fat ass on stage, all you see is supermodel of the world. You don't realize once I'm home, I'm no longer the supermodel. I'm Fred Sanford. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Elizabeth! I'm coming, Elizabeth! I'm coming, Elizabeth!
No, I glide across the stage and then I all but need a walker when I'm not on camera. Oh yeah, the old bird.
Oh,
It's actually the old bat in my case. She actually has a hitch and I'll get along.
oh,
No, but it's actually a privilege to be able to introduce Tony
thank you.
to this event.
But I'm the one who's privileged.
You're such a sweetheart. She really is. And like she really is. Tony Holmperm, I have to say, and it's a good thing she records this because I probably won't say it again anytime soon. Tony Holmperm has to be one of the sweetest, kindest, and most genuine fellow performers I've ever had the pleasure of working with. And I've heard this many times, and I'm sure Tony has too. We just seem to have a chemistry on stage and on camera together, sort of like a modern day in drag Abbott and Costello.
Who's on first?
What's on second? I don't
know. Third base.
No, but like I said, this is going to be a very great event.
Mhm.
Again, it'll be done virtually.
Yes.
November 8th. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe the beneficiary for this event will be God's Love We Deliver.
I think that's who it is. Yes.
And I'm sure that there will be information during the broadcast of this event as to how you can make donations. And seriously, folks, I would beseech you to donate because God's Love We Deliver, along with the Imperial Court in New York. I mean, I personally have not partaken, but like say Thanksgiving and Christmas, the Imperial Court of New York joins with God's Love We Deliver in full regalia to not only prepare meals for the elderly and disabled and otherwise unfortunate, but even deliver the meals such. And it's very uplifting. And it's a beautiful experience for those. Okay, Alexis, keep it dry. It's just a really great thing. So Tony and I both encourage you to tune into this event and to support it because it really is a worthy cause. And it's by command of our reigning monarchs, Madeline Keith and Graham de Cracour.
Mhm.
Okay, so we'll probably also bring this to your attention and hopefully be able to share the advertisement for it with you on our broadcast on the 29th.
Mm-hmm.
So until a week from today,
A week from tonight, when all hell breaks loose.
as long as it's all hell and not my bra.
Exactly. Or worse, the corset.
Oh, girl.
You don't want that to break loose.
Please don't let my corset loose.
No. Oh, goodness, no.
Have you ever seen the Pillsbury the Pillsbury biscuit commercial?
Yes.
Crack the tube on the counter and it drops.
Yes.
That's me taking off my corset.
Same. Same.
Yeah, Tony and I come to you bringing you all this glamour, and then when we kill the camera, you want to talk a pair of busted cans of biscuits.
Like you're taking off your wig and you're like, this isn't going out right now. It's like, I'm like, God, no.
No, and she knows I have a car, so she wouldn't dare.
Even I wouldn't dare that.
The doorbell would ring, and it's like, you know it ain't Avon, bitch.
I'd be like to Frank, I'd be like, turn out all the lights. Don't answer the door.
I can see in the dark, and I can smell your fear as well as your blood. I'll be skydiving on my broomstick. Surrender Tony home. Tony would show them the next thing she'd hear.
Oh, I have to quick. I'd be telling Frank, like, throw a wig out to appease her. Throw a wig outside to appease her.
A wig. A wig. Just one. You think just one will save you?
Oh.
A wig out to appease her.
Oh.
Please. Oh, and trust me, I'll have the flying monkeys with me too. Yeah, and if it's not that, all of a sudden she'll hear defying gravity.
Yes.
Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. Yeah, but like I said, I've actually been trying to practice because this bitch is going to get me to sing live on Christmas Eve. Be afraid. Be very
afraid.
I am. I'm terrified. And let me tell you, I'm the queen of Halloween. I don't scare easily.
Yeah, really.
But you know, thank God Harvey Firestein actually did this song too. So I'm covered.
Wendy Stewart, it just made a comment. She says,
"Oh my God, I'm so Wendy. Hi."
She says, "I love you both so much. I'm watching in the back of a cab."
Oh my
Thank you,
God,
Wendy.
we love Wendy.
We love you, Wendy.
Of the fabulous Wendy Stewart,
mm-hmm.
I'm not sure of the air date, but on November 10th, right here in my very own kitchen at the Crypt, I will be filming an upcoming episode of Pandemic Cooking with Wendy.
Ooh, I can't wait to see that one.
And I will be preparing, not my legendary pernil, because that takes forever.
Yes.
I will be preparing pepper steak.
Oh, pepper steak. I love pepper steak.
Oh, so do I. And I usually use like 3 different colored peppers just to give it a little, a little zhuzh. Because when you do drag, it's all about the zhuzh.
Oh, yes. Wendy says she can't wait to cook with you. No, also, Sin is watching and she said she loves this hair.
In other words, Tony, deadbolt the door. How are you, girl?
We love Sin.
You might never see Sin as a guest on Naughty or Nice because she's disgustingly young, thin, and pretty.
We can't have those. We can't have any of those anymore. No.
And I'm sorry, Sin, but we simply can't have that on this show.
We can't have anyone prettier than us. I'm sorry. I'm putting my foot down.
But if anyone hasn't seen Sin, and that's spelled S-Y-N.
S-Y-N.
If anyone hasn't seen Sin, that's a bitch you need to check out.
Yes.
She's a lot of fun, and she brings the noise.
An amazing performer.
Speaking of bitches who are a lot of fun and bring the noise, everybody also be mindful of Long Island's own and a dear friend of Tony's and mine, Lady LaBelle.
Lady LaBelle.
And Lady LaBelle also works fairly often with another name on Long Island, Ms. Ivy Stalls. So watch for them. I believe the bar is One Eye Jack's.
One Eye Jack's. They've been turning it out at One Eye Jack's. Very safe, socially distanced, doing their drag bingo, and doing a great job. And everybody's having a lot of safe fun, which is
it's a small venue, but from what I understand, the show is everything.
They're packing the house.
It's a lot of fun, and if I'm not mistaken, to get tickets, you would definitely contact Ivy Stalls, so look for her on Facebook.
Or One Eye Jack's. Yes,
and like I said, Lady LaBelle. And of course, all over Long Island and traveling, there's Bella Noche. And has anyone seen Hide in Our Hair of our gal pal Annie Mantle-do lately? I like to call her Annie Mantle-do.
Yes, Annie's been doing stuff up in Connecticut.
Oh, has she really?
Yes, with Bella and Ivy and I
Well,
think,
maybe these bitches are surprising old lady and stop in
yes.
on the 29th at Trevi Lounge.
I don't know if they're up there that night. They may be there on the weekend. I don't know. If I could always post the ad, but yeah, they've been doing a lot of great socially distanced um, events and making sure they're giving entertainment, but they're being very um, socially distanced, and nobody getting too close, and wearing masks and doing everything that they're supposed to be doing. So just
Also,
what
I
we want to
don't
hear.
have the information in front of me, but you can check either lady out on Facebook. Two of my daughters, Crystal Come Down's Flame and Sissy Walkin,
Hmm.
will also be appearing Halloween weekend. Be sure to check out both ladies' pages on Facebook. That's Sissy Walkin, Sissy with a C, and Crystal Come Downs. These ladies are going to give you a great show.
Hmm.
However, I can't bounce back and forth between screens without slowing down my computer. So sadly, I don't have. I should have written down the information. But they only give us so much time to do things here at the nursing homes.
And then it's time for the medication.
We love the medication.
I know we love the medication.
I always take mine with a little extra. Vijabajaba, this stuff. No, but anyway, so that concludes episode 14.
14 episodes down. I can't believe it.
I know, and it's been fun every step of the way.
It has.
But seriously, Tony and I are really going to bring it to you Halloween.
Hmm.
And be sure to look out for all of our girlfriends this Halloween and holiday season. So if we don't get to mention you again, ladies, it's not because we're shady, but as you can tell, I do most of the talking, and I'm prone to a lot of senior. So be ready, not Tony. No, but we're going to really bring the noise come Halloween. And like I said, the 29th, I will be Tony Homeperm's special guest on Talking Tony,
Hmm.
the first episode of Naughty or Nice. And a couple of hours later, as my broomstick clears Connecticut,
As the broomstick flies.
right? We will be coming to you live from the Trevi Lounge,
Ooh.
where you will once again, because he's revisiting us, where you will once again meet the handsome Tom Pepe of Booty Inc. and the amazing, and also another great girlfriend of Tony's and mine, the amazing Tomcat is Beatrice Arthur.
Hmm.
And then back to my children. Oh, my children.
The Men of Adonis.
Yeah, I feel like I only wish I looked like Susan Lucci. My children. Oh, wait, she was on a different soap opera. She wasn't All My Children, was she?
Susan Lucci? Yeah. All My Children. Erica Kane.
I used to watch the Channel 4 soap operas, not the Channel 7.
Oh, I watched the Channel 7 ones.
No, I was a Days of Our Lives gal.
Oh, I was an All My Children gal.
Oh, well, there you go. But in addition to our fabulous guests, like I said, Tom Pepe and Tom Cat, we will also be featuring the Men of Eden, because I'm actually traveling to Connecticut that night because I'm making a special appearance during Bryce Adonis's Halloweenie.
Halloweenie.
And for anyone who gets to Trevi Lounge before I do, prior to Halloweenie, Bryce hosts a little pumpkin carving event. So, and you'll notice on the, thanks to my dear friend Tony Holm, you'll notice that the Halloween Men of Eden logo, in lieu of the apple, there's actually a pumpkin with Bryce's face.
A little pumpkin with Bryce's face, yes.
No, but you'll find the advertisements for these shows both not only on the Naughty or Nice page, you'll find them also on my page
And my page.
Home Perm's page. And like I said, our guests will be Tom Pepe and Tom Cat as B. Arthur.
Hmm.
And then also from the Trevi Lounge, as I'm a featured performer in Bryce Adonis Presents Halloween.
Halloweeny.
We'll also be joined by the Men of Eden.
Hmm.
That evening will comprise of my son Calvin Cox, my nephews Logan Starr, and Shane Savage Dewey. It's going to be a great show, and let it be known that come Halloween, it was the naughty Alexis Flame
And the nice Tony Holmperm.
that brought you some fabulous Halloween eye candy.
Eye candy, yes. Talk about yes. Well, you need candy on Halloween.
Of course, what is Halloween without
What
candy?
is Halloween without candy?
Especially eye candy.
Eye candy of the Men of Adonis type, yes.
Oh, that's some of the best eye candy out there.
Yes. And that eye candy doesn't there's no calories either.
But I hear it's plenty of protein.
Yes, lots of protein.
And I hear it could
Yeah.
melt in your mouth.
I'll bet.
Now that I'm going, I'm not passing go. I'm not collecting $200. I'm going directly to hell. Oh, wait, what am I afraid of? I got hell in my last divorce. I own it now. I just, on behalf of Tony and myself, want to say thank you for tuning in. Naughty Nightmares. And until next week, good night, everybody.
Good night.